You don't expect to bump into your missing cat nearly a year later while out on a casual walk. But that's exactly what happened to a woman named Lyra, who spent 11 long months searching for her cat Henry, only to find him completely by chance, alive, anxious, but very much still hers. This is the story of how one determined pet owner never gave up, and how a random moment on an ordinary day brought her missing cat home. Let's rewind. Henry had been gone for almost a full year. There were no confirmed sightings, no calls from the vet, the shelter, or the local rescue groups. Just complete silence. And yet, Lyra refused to give up. Every week she posted on missing pet pages, hoping someone had seen a cat matching Henry's description. She pinned posters around the neighborhood. She messaged shelters. She even walked routes she thought he might have taken, hoping that maybe, just maybe, he'd be there. She knew the odds weren't great. Most people stop looking after a few weeks, months if they're persistent. But Lyra just couldn't let go. Henry was family. He wasn't the kind of cat to wander too far, and something about his disappearance never sat right with her. So she kept at it. Then, one afternoon, nearly a year after Henry went missing, Lyra went for a walk in a park not far from where they used to live. It wasn't a special walk. It wasn't part of any big search. She was just stretching her legs and clearing her head. But as she passed a narrow pathway tucked between trees and fencing, she saw a familiar shape, a cat, black, sleek, and sitting just still enough to make her pause. She crouched slowly and softly said a name she hadn't said out loud in months. Henry? The cat looked up. It didn't move. It just stared. She moved a little closer and extended her hand. Henry sniffed it, then stepped back, not afraid, just unsure, but he didn't run. So she kept talking, repeating his name, telling him it was okay, reminding him with every word who she was. And that's when things started to change. Henry came a little closer, as if he was slowly recognizing the person that now crouched in front of him. And that's when Lyra knew it. It really was him. She captured the moment on video, and when she later posted it to TikTok, it quickly went viral. In the clip, you can see Henry's slow recognition unfold, the hesitation, the second thoughts, and finally, the realization that he had been reunited with his loving owner. In the caption, Lyra explained that she had never stopped looking. Not once, even when there were no leads, even when the trail went cold. She wrote, "It was the best feeling ever when I found him. This just proves that you should never give up." And that's not just sentiment, it's fact. Because according to the ASPCA, hundreds of thousands of lost pets are returned to their owners each year. In 2024 alone, over 360,000 cats found their way back home thanks to microchips, persistent owners, and a little bit of luck. But Henry hadn't been found because of a microchip. There were no scanners involved, no vet calls, no shelter visits. Henry was found because his owner kept hope alive, even when it seemed impossible. In the days after the reunion, the comments poured in. One viewer joked, "Henry looks like he moved out, got married, and has a 25-year mortgage." Another said, "I'd have screamed so loud he would have been gone for another year." The video struck a chord, not just because it was sweet, but because so many people know what it's like to lose a pet, to live with that ache, that uncertainty, and to keep wondering if there's still a chance. And Henry's story reminded them that sometimes a little stubborn hope is exactly what's needed. That's what made the story resonate. It wasn't just about a missing pet. It was about never losing hope after months and months of being apart. Today, Henry is safe, healthy, and back where he belongs. He may never tell us where he went or what he saw, but what matters is that he made it home and that someone never stopped waiting for him to come back. So if you've lost a pet or know someone who has, don't give up too soon. Don't assume it's too late, because sometimes they find their way back. And if you loved this story, make sure to subscribe. We share real stories like this all the time about animals who beat the odds and the people who never stopped believing in them. And hey, if you've ever had a pet disappear and return, leave a comment. We'd love to hear your story.